So I got some fragrances in my collection that just never really got a lot of hype, never really got a lot of buzz, but I happen to like them. So you want to know what fragrances are in my collection that I feel like should have been more talked about or more hyped? So I guess we'll call this one overlooked fragrances, maybe. Meet me on the other side of this intro and we'll talk about it. What's going on, everybody? You know who it is. It is your boy LL Cool Trey. What's going on, y'all? Your boy Trey Belafonte. You know what it is and you know what we're here to do. So, you know by the intro what this video or review, discussion, topic, whatever you want to call it, is about. These are fragrances in my collection that I think are really good fragrances that just didn't really get a lot of hype or a lot of buzz. I'm not really sure why, but it seems to be a common trend and a common theme within Fragcom. Certain people review it and hype it and it's through the roof. Certain people overlook it and it's nothing. Okay, let's get it. First one I want to talk about, I think, is discontinued. They were popping up everywhere at TJ Maxx at really, really good prices. And it is from the house of Commodity. And it is Vetiver. Now, I happen to like this fragrance, and here's why. It's different. I don't really get a lot of vetiver from it. Maybe rose or something is in there as well as vetiver. I don't know, because you know I don't really pay much attention to the notes. And the reason for that is everybody picks up on something different, so I don't see the point. As you may spray it and all you smell is vetiver. I don't really get vetiver out of it, but what I get is a nice, pleasant, well-blended, well-made fragrance that for $29 I am proud to have in my collection. Now, is this the most masculine of fragrances? It's not. It's not at all. It's very unisex. It's unisex to me. Yeah, very unisex to me, leaning more towards feminine. Which I don't have a problem wearing a fragrance. If I like the fragrance, I like it. I don't care whether it's made for a man, made for a woman, or made for a duck. If I don't like it, if I like it, I'm gonna quack with it. That's just Trey. That's just me. We're gonna roll with it, and that's just that. This one to me leans a little bit more feminine than masculine. So I probably don't wear it as much as I would if it were more masculine. As you see, the bottle is almost full. Have worn this on a couple of occasions. I got this back in the winter. And as soon as I got it, I wore it. Did I wear it out of season? I don't think so. Again, for those of you who don't know, I live in Alabama and we have this thing called humidity. Now, here's the best way to describe humidity. Take a shirt, wet that shirt, and then sit it outside for 10 minutes. And in Alabama, you have a freshly steamed shirt because the humidity is so high. And it's dry. It's dry, fresh, steamed. Look like it went just like you pressed it. I mean, it's how hot it is here. Wrinkles gonna fall out of it because it's gonna be crisp like bacon. Straight like that. So fragrances like that, like this, don't do well on my skin with my body chemistry in that type of environment because they get away from you and they become loud and clawing and kind of messy. So that's why I typically try to wear certain type of fragrances in the summer, because it's just, if you're not in a climate controlled environment, it could get, dare I say, musky, or just some of these scents just don't stand up in the Alabama heat or the southern heat, whatever. Next one on my list is from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and it is great. And I don't understand why this fragrance did not get more talk about or more love in the community. I like this fragrance. I like it a lot, and here's what I get from this fragrance. I get very similar DNA to Dolce & Gabbana's The One, EDT and EDP, with more of an amped up citrus type note. I really think if this had been a fragrance released by Dior or Chanel, or really pushed more, I think this would have been in everybody's top 5 or top 10 list. To me, this is the perfect summertime date fragrance. Yeah, night or day, but definitely a date night type fragrance for the summer. because that's the vibe I get from it. I get almost the same DNA as the one EDT and EDP, which is more amped up citrus. And I don't understand why it didn't get more hype. It's not an overly expensive fragrance. It does smell pretty good. Longevity on it is par. It's not. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I would wear that to the office as well, or to church. It's just a nice citrus scent that's well made, well blended, but it's not over the top citrus like a hand cleaner, like Gojo or something like that. Dolce & Gabbana, the one gray. One of my favorite scents with the coffee note in it, Polo Red Extreme. Really enjoy this fragrance. So it's similar to Polo Red. It's just that red doesn't have the coffee note. The Extreme does. And I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. Like most Polo fragrances, it's not going to be a monster performer. You're not going to get 8 or 9 hours of longevity with 4 hours of projection. You're going to get about 4 hours of longevity with about an hour to hour and a half of projection, and that projection is going to be light to moderate. But nonetheless, a good smelling fragrance, nice coffee note in there. I think it makes it very playful, very sexy. I like it. I like it a lot. One that I have talked about quite a bit, and I actually like this fragrance, and I think it's niche quality. It was very expensive when it came out, and then the price just dropped down, and then it disappeared. Valor from the house of Robert Graham. I think it was Valor, Courage, and Fortitude. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wanted all three, but I was only able to get Valor, and I like it. I like it. I think he makes some shirts with that type of design right there. To me, it's just a good smelling fragrance. It's a well-rounded fragrance. It's well blended. And for the $30 that I paid for this, I couldn't be happier. I mean, it's a nice fragrance. Every time I wear it, I get compliments on it. It's gourmandy. It's leathery. It's playful. It's masculine. It's mature. Smells a little sophisticated. I think a good buy for $29, $30 that you're gonna pay for it. From the house of Tommy Bahama, it is Maritime. I enjoy this fragrance as well. This is a vacation type of scent for me. Now, just be honest with you, there's two fragrances that come to mind when I smell this. Ed Hardy, Skulls and Roses, and Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. I mean, they're all right. It's one more too. Is it Mark Echo? No, that's not. I digress. Nonetheless, this is a great fragrance. This is one of those colognes that in the air off of your skin just smells good. Like, say you went to a nice restaurant, say you went to the beach, whether it's down in Biloxi where I like to go, Orange Beach or Panama City Beach, wherever, because everybody in Alabama hates Biloxi for some reason. They always have to go to Orange Beach or Panama City Beach or whatever. And I'm just like, Panama City Beach, I don't like it. It's not for me. But nonetheless, say you go to one of them fancy restaurants that charge you arm and a leg for 2 pieces of shrimp, and you're just sitting out on the deck, eating and enjoying a few adult beverages. This pumps off your skin. That's when this fragrance does its magic in the scent trail, and the bottle is beautiful. One of the best bottle designs in Fragcom, I think. I think this is a beautiful bottle to me. So, but nonetheless, this is one of those fragrances that when you got your shirt open, you got your Crockett and tubes going on, you got your taco meat hanging out there with your little chain on, you got your little taco meat hanging out, your little chest ass, your taco meat, little BBs you got right there. You got them on your spray, and then that breeze comes through. That's what fragrances like this, to me, shine. And that's when people really get a good whiff of your cologne. When that breeze catches it, when that breeze catches a fragrance and it hit them in their nose, and they're like, it's different. It's just different. It just hits different like that. It's like, and you're like, that's me. That's me. Yeah, that's me smelling like that. That's my player laugh. Every player laugh like that. I digress again. All right, I got a few more. This video is going rather fast. One that I have just recently purchased. I don't know why I haven't heard of this fragrance or where it's been or why it hasn't been talked about, but it's from the house of YSL, and it is La Nuit de l'Homme Electrique. Man, you talking about a blue fragrance that's got some body, some bite, some depth, some sophistication, some savoir-faire. This is the Joker right here. This little fragrance right here, man, y'all. I love it. The only problem with it, same problem with most YSL fragrances nowadays, it just doesn't last as long as I want it to. It just doesn't. Projection on it is, decent. Hour and a half, maybe 2 if you're lucky. But 4 or 5 hours of longevity is all you're gonna get. And I know you've probably watched some of my videos, and if a fragrance is 4 or 5 hours, I'm happy with it. Okay, that's fine from, a $20 fragrance. But for a fragrance that you're gonna pay around the $100 for, I expect a little bit more, especially from a house like YSL, because you know that they can put the money into the ingredients to make the fragrance do what it's supposed to do. So, but nonetheless, this is to me a stunner. I was completely shocked when I smelled it. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, because you get that La Home DNA, you get that YSL DNA. Just add some blue, which I guess would be Ambroxan or whatever, that ibuprofen or whatever it is. Ambroxan and some creaminess, and you got it. Beautiful fragrance. YSL Electrique. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the thing I like about this fragrance is it's versatile. This is a Swiss Army knife. You can wear this in the winter, summer, spring, or fall, night, day, church, date, running errands. It just has that well-roundedness that it's not too casual to dress it up, and it's not too dressy to be casual. Only place I couldn't see this being worn was maybe at working out. If you're even going on a golf course, I could see this being worn. So, nice little. Very glad to have this one in my collection. Very glad to have this one in my collection. It's nice, as you see the smile I put on my face. 4 more. This one is one I don't hear people talk about, and it is from Cartier, and it is Roadster Sport. And this is one I reach for in the spring and in the fall because it is so green. Oh man, that is just so fresh and green. It's like walking outside and somebody's cut the grass the night before in the springtime, like, which would be April, maybe in Alabama, when the mornings are still crisp and cool. But as the first part of April, the mornings are still crisp and cool and starting to heat up a little bit. That's what this reminds me of. Just a nice, and I got this from Nordstrom's Rack in Hoover, Alabama, on my way back from Biloxi. And I love it. Love it. Not sure it's a sporty fragrance. If it was sporty, I would say something like, this may sound funny, dare I say horse racing, or, those who actually play polo, or, maybe a nice round of golf, or maybe even tennis. Something definitely outdoors, something definitely green. I could see this being worn. It's just, this fragrance has filled the room. I don't know why this fragrance wasn't more hype. Cartier Roadster Sport. And I actually enjoy this fragrance. Man, that smells so good. That smells so good, y'all. Fresh, green, crisp. I wonder how close this is to Gucci Envy, because I've never smelled the OG Gucci Envy, so I can't really say, but that's nice. That's nice. Cartier Roadster Sport. The next one is from a line. This is a flanker, and I am a huge fan of this house, a huge fan of this line. It's from Azzaro, and it is Chrome Aqua. And I have several from Chrome. I have Chrome Legend, I have Chrome. I like that. I have the original Chrome, I have Chrome Legend, I have Chrome Intense, I have Chrome Pure, I have Chrome Sport. I'm trying to think of what else I have from the house of Chrome, I can't remember. But nonetheless, I like this fragrance. It is chrome with slightly fruitier notes and aquatic. It doesn't have the metallicness that Chrome has. Chrome is one of my favorite fragrances. It just is. I've been wearing Chrome for many years, and the reason that I like Chrome is one of those fragrances that if you get it on your shirt, like I've got this t-shirt on. If I sprayed Chrome on this t-shirt and put it in my dirty clothes hamper and let it sit there for a week, you would smell Chrome for a week. It's just that type of fragrance. Now this one isn't as powerful or as masculine. It's definitely more well-rounded. I think better blended, fruitier, more playful with a little bit of that masculinity from Chrome. Maybe slightly woody. The main thing is it's not metallic at all. So for those of you who don't like Chrome because of the metallicness in it, maybe you'll like this one. I happen to love it. I think it's a really nice fragrance. And for the $25 that I paid for this bottle, I'm happy with it. Chrome Aqua. It's one of those that I don't get why people did not talk about this fragrance more and don't like this fragrance more. From the house of Perry Ellis, and it is Perry Ellis Night. Now what this one is, blood orange. This is a blood orange fragrance. This is a blood orange fragrance. If you like the note of blood orange, this is one that you will like. And that's what I was afraid of, that I was going to do that. Blood orange with some creaminess. This is orangey, creamy. Again, it doesn't come off like a cleaner or anything like that, but it is definitely a nice fragrance that nobody talks about. From the house of Perry Ellis, it is Perry Ellis Night, and I like it. Last but not least on this list, this one may have gotten a little bit of hype when it first came out, but they released flankers to this fragrance so much. And I think they've released several since I've had this one by the name of Legend. And then I think V as well, maybe some others. And it is Invictus, Intense. And I like this fragrance, I like it a lot. I have Intense, Invictus, and then I have Aqua. I think this is my favorite, this is my favorite out of the three that I have. I wouldn't mind adding Legend and I wouldn't mind adding V, just for the sake of having them in my collection. If I don't ever, that's fine. If I come across maybe a partial bottle, just an opportunity to add it, I'll do it. For those of you who shop and try to shop smart, this is one that you will want to get the tester in because it has no cap. So may as well get the tester. But this is one of those fragrances where I just don't get why people just didn't, I think I'm gonna put this on skin, didn't flock to it more. I like that. I'm not sure if this is a EDP concentration. So if you guys know if this is an EDP concentration, let me know. Because it is intense, and to me it is very intense. It actually lives up to the name of intense, and I like it. It has richness like an EDP, but I'm not sure that it is. It reminds me a little bit of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. I'm not saying that they're the same scent. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it gives me that same energy, that same vibe. I like it. I don't understand why this fragrance isn't more talked about in Fragcom. I like it a lot. All right, guys. That has been, was it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fragrances from my collection that I happen to think are banging fragrances, and I don't understand why more people in Fragcom don't talk about them. I haven't talked about them, but nonetheless, that's been Trey Scent's take on them. Yes, that is a very, and it's drying down, man. I like that. It's just a nice fragrance to me. Invictus Intense, last one on the list. All right, guys, please be sure to like this video, thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up, share it, talk about it, tell your friends about me. Last but not least, if I've earned it and you like my content and you come back to my channel to the scene of the crime and continuously watch my videos, can I get a sub, please? I mean, my channel is growing slowly but surely. It's a trickle, but hey, you got to think the Grand Canyon one time was just little bitty thing, little bitty fella. Now look at it. It's amazing what consistency will do in your life. Just saying. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. And of course, you all know it means a lot, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for being the best part of my channel. May God bless you all. It's been good to me. I know he's been good to y'all too. So anyway, let's continue to grow as a channel and as people in general. Again, to all my partners in Frag out there, JP, Manny, Cheapo, Sammy, man, I really appreciate y'all. That's my battery's going dead. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you all for all that you do. It just means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. Really appreciate you guys. I've met some wonderful people along the way, along this Fire Calm journey. So I hope it continues to grow and all of that good stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and do some editing and get this video uploaded for you beautiful people out there. Today, I think it's Tuesday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And the next time I see you, it may be hump day. So until next time, y'all, peace.